everyone. Honoring God, our interim pastor, Dr. Frederick Wilson, my husband, Dr. Owens, to this wonderful chairperson of our homecoming celebration, Sister Deborah Brown, give her a big hand. To our ministerial staff, to all of our deacons, our trustees, to our officers, to you, our family, and visiting friends. We welcome you to our 136th Homecoming Celebration and Family and Friends Day. We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you came. We're so glad you're here to help us live to His name. We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you came. Welcome to Silver Mountain Baptist Church.
We're going to have a moment of history by Sister April Straite, and followed by our announcements with Sister Missy Richardson. And at that time, after that, we will have our fellowship hour. A moment.
Good morning, Silver Mountain.
Good morning.
I'm going to be reading you the history of our church. In 1883, a small group of people gathered together in one common bond to organize a church in hopes to provide their people with a sanctuary. They wanted to give them a feeling of gratitude to God for the privilege of public worship, a thought for the coming week, a determination to work for the extension of the kingdom of God and the salvation of souls, a firm resolve to exercise through the week the knowledge gained from the sermon, an increased interest in missions, and a spirit of true devotion to Christ. This church, which was known as Silver Run Baptist Church, had its origin in a brush arbor on the Old Kill Plantation, which was located in a vacant house near Lancaster and Charlotte highways. About 2 years later, the church moved from the old plantation to an old house owned by the J.S. Miller family. 1/2 acre of land was purchased in 1893 from Mr. and Mrs. Shirley. The land was bought and deeded for church services for $15. There were 2 major tragedies at the church. One, the church was blown down, and second, it was destroyed by a storm. It was in 1963 that the church moved to the Sterling community. The following ministers served as pastors: Reverend Jerry Taylor, Reverend R. Gibson, Reverend R. E. Daniels, Reverend J.T. Dunham, Reverend Robert Frazier, Reverend T.J. Pearl, who served for 33 years, Reverend L.R. Barber, Reverend John Bailey, Reverend R.A. Macon, Reverend William J. Lee Jr., who served for 26 years. He came to us as a pastor-elect in 1966. Through Pastor Lee's dynamic preaching and noble leadership, the church soon took on a bright new life. Some of the accomplishments under him were growth in membership, an increased budget, new organizations were formed, sound business procedures were inaugurated, a new water system, church steeple, yard sign, air conditioning, public announcement system, drink machine, piano, organ, land, parking lot, house, and other additions were purchased. A complete renovation program was done to the 8-year-old church. More than $100,000 was paid off in cash, which made the church and all its holdings debt-free. The well-known Lincoln Folk broadcast over WGIV, which was heard from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., started in 1968. In 1983, plans were made to erect a $2 million edifice on Airwood Road in the city. The new plans for the church would include a 1,000-seat sanctuary, dining room to serve 500, a fellowship hall that would seat 600, a daycare center for both young and senior citizens, a 30-room educational department, a gym, a baseball field, basketball court, tennis court, swimming pool, and In an effort to move from the Sterling community to Airwood Road, Dr. Lee opted to build a chapel that could seat 500 with a flat screen in the fellowship hall where others could see and participate in the worship service. The fellowship hall, classrooms, baseball field, and basketball court were all completed. In November of 1992, Reverend Dr. William J. Lee passed away. It was a shock to the entire congregation, community, and city of Charlotte. In 1993, Reverend Dr. Lincoln C. Lee was voted in as the new pastor of Silvermount Baptist Church. Under his leadership, many ministries were birthed and the church grew tremendously. The church grew from having one worship service to 2 services. After doing this for a period of time, Reverend Lee prayed and the vision came to him that he was to build a sanctuary where his flock could worship together. The sanctuary was built and this is where we are today. Through his leadership, the $2.5 million sanctuary was paid off in May of 2019. Dr. Lee passed away on June 6, 2019. He fought a good fight, he finished his course, and his mission for Silvermount Baptist Church was completed. Let's give that a On July 7, 2019, Reverend Dr. Frederick A. Wilson, Jr. was called to become the interim pastor of Silvermount Baptist Church. Under his leadership, the growth of the church continues to this day. He preaches God's word, and his main objective is to do God's work and to be about his business. On this day, October 20th, 2019, Silvermount Baptist Church celebrates its 136th year. Happy homecoming. He loves to recognize his members. So if you've been a member of Silvermount Baptist Church for 50 years or more, please stand. Silvermount Baptist Church for 30 plus years, please stand. All right, if you've been a member for 10 to 20 years, please stand. And less than 10 years, please stand. I read the history which has paved the way for our present day, and we know that if we trust God, our future is bright. And I just want to leave with this quote: faith is not knowing what the future holds, but knowing who holds the future. So we must trust God that He will lead and guide us in the right direction. Amen.